What's going on, guys? Check out this super red Bristlenose Pleco. It's a nice male. I moved some stuff around today and I spotted a male and a female in a cave together. Let's take a look at that while I can. So they're in here. I got a light. I don't want to spook them. There's no eggs yet, but see if we can work around the glare. This is always a hard shot. So you can see the closest one to us is a female, and the guy in the very back of the cave is a male. Really cool to see the kind of the breeding behavior. He's back in the corner trying to force her in there. She's going in the cave. She's willing to breed. And it's really hard to catch on camera. I mean, the view won, but actually time it up. I was actually just spotted this female on the cave, and I was gonna catch her and this male in the container and move her into another tank to make a new pair. But I'm definitely gonna leave her in there now that she's willing to go in the cave with them. I bet they'll breed the next day or two. Actually, maybe even now, I can kind of see her vent as if she might be laying eggs. So I'm gonna stop going close on them. I don't want to stop their breeding if they're in the middle of starting. So see if I can zoom in. I've never really seen the vent on a Pleco because they're always in the cave. But if I had to guess, I'd say that's her vent where she would lay her eggs. And she's ready to start breeding. Her fin's a little nipped up. Looks like the male's kind of pushing her around, but nothing too bad. And she's in there. The pot was turned on an angle, so I can't normally see in here. I'm gonna actually push it back to not disturb them. In this 20-gallon tank, I have, I think, 4 male super reds, and then I had that one female, which I didn't know was a female at first. There she is. She just came out. So I was gonna go catch her and put her in with this guy in a new tank, and I'm gonna show that tank. I'll give him a different female. So I have that one super red female, which I didn't know if I had any left because she was hiding really well. And then I think I have a long fin female over here and 2 albinos. So I got about a 4-and-4 ratio of adult breeder plecos in here, kind of just seeing if I could get some breeding. They bred once and they kicked the eggs out of the pod. I scooped them out. They're actually in here. See how there's pleco fry on the walls? That's all from one breeding, and they actually kicked it out of the box, so I didn't go in there and collect them. I mean, I netted them out off the bottom, but if I would have left them, they probably would have ate them because they weren't secured in kind of a hut. So those all came from this tank, but since then I've had no breeding activity in this 20-gallon for breeding plecos. I have some guppies in there breeding, but nothing with those guys. So I don't know if I'll wait till she breeds and move her, because this guy is really nice color and I just caught him out. So I kind of want to put him in a tank to breed. But I don't want to, I might cross him with a long fin, but I was trying to stay true with some of the reds. I guess I can mix with a long fin, try to get some calicos. But I mean, he's a really nice fish, and he's definitely the size where he's looking for females. But let's keep looking around. I've been moving plecos today. I did a quick German Blue Ram update earlier this morning. But I mean, I'm off work till about 5 o'clock, so I've just been messing around in the fish room. I just moved these rams in today, and I got some more long fins growing out. It looks like a male right there. Still kind of young. It might be a female. Put on another ½ inch or so on him. We'll see if his nose gets bigger or if it stays the same. Got some smaller ones. Here's some super reds that I've showed before that are breeding here. Just a male-female pair. I think the pairs do really well. I have tanks where it's kind of groups of breeding, but it's typically because they breed them, and then the babies grow up and you have more males than females. So I've heard more males in the tank is better because the males get a rest from breeding, but I don't think a female really breeds that frequent enough to stress the male out. I know they don't eat much when they're guarding the cave, but I've done it for extended periods of time and the male never passed away on me, so I think that's just kind of a fluke thing if they were to die as a pair. I don't think the male's getting overworked. He may just get, they may fight. Certain things can happen. That's just kind of out of our control. In this tank down here, I just added a long fin pair. So there's the male. See if we can get a better look on him. Not really. He's back there. Nice long fin male. And over here's the female. I just added these today. So breeding long fin to long fin, you gotta be careful. You can't do it many generations because they'll start to get weaker over time. But I've never bred long fin to long fin. These guys are bred from a originally they might have been bred from a long fin albino and a super red female. So it was a standard fin to a long fin. and these both are longfin, so they've never been bred longfin to longfin. I've done it before, but not with this genetics. So I also have some purple deltas in here. I just sold some fish out of here, completely cleaned it out. This tank's kind of restarting, so I sold some of the guppies. I got some fry in a grow out tank, and now I have a 5 female to 2 male, I believe, colony here with some floating plants to hide, some decorations, a flower pot for the Bristlenose Plecos to breed. So this is kind of a cool little breeding for profit tank that is freshly cleaned, because I had a bunch of baby plecos in there and it was getting real messy. Let's see. Over here I moved some of those plecos in here. These are all like a sail tank, anywhere from 1 inch to like 2.5 inch. This guy up here is getting kind of big on the glass. I got some 1 inch plecos over here. They're kind of this assortment of commons and albinos. Growing them out. The tank gets cloudy, but the nitrates are low. They got 2 sponge filters running in there to keep it clean. And I'll also sometimes sell those sponge filters if you want to start a tank up right away. I'll sell you established one, put a brand new one in my tank. But I still have a backup one in there, so it doesn't have to recycle my aquarium. But someone else can start up quick. I'll sell those online or just locally. My angelfish tank. And here is where I was just about to put that super red male in the container and that female, but now it looks like she's about to breed. I'm gonna leave that alone. In here, I just had some breeding going on. So you can see there's a lot of babies. There's a 3rd generation now. So let's see, these ones here, the 2nd generation. That guy to the right of the ram on the side of the pot's the 1st generation. And the 3rd generation, there may be a few in there. But what I did is I picked up that flower pot to find the male, because I wanted to put the super reds in here. I had a common and a female, which are down here. I have a adult Bristlenose Pleco sail tank. I just added that new big male, so they're gonna be fighting a little bit. I'll add some food actually. It's not really good, they're fighting like that, but they'll calm down. It's kind of cool to watch as long as it doesn't lead to any serious injuries or death. It's kind of just the way it goes. I mean, they're big fish, they're gonna wanna have their territory. But I have a bunch of big males in here, some females. Those are all for sale online. You can check out my website on those. I think it's on for like 50 bucks plus shipping, which for big plecos like that, and if you figure they're gonna breed once, you're gonna get around 50 babies. You sell plecos $1 a piece, you already made your money back there. But in here, I picked up a flower pot, and there were a ton of babies on this flower pot. Actually, they might still be in there. So this is what was going on in this tank. Check out all those little baby plecos. Those are all about a day old. So she must have laid them about 3 days ago. He's been fanning them, and they all finally just hatched. I didn't even know about it because I know they've been breeding a lot, and I feed that tank very heavily every morning and night, because all those 1st and 2nd generation plecos, I'll lose them if they don't get a lot of food to them. So I'm breeding them heavy. The parents are eating heavy too, so that triggers them to spawn more. And I do those large weekly water changes, which keeps the water clean. Kind of dilutes the water, any hormones in the water, and it triggers them to breed and spawn. So those guys are doing good. That's the 3rd generation. Some of them flew out of the flower pot, but a lot of them stuck to it. They'll kind of stay in a little clump until their egg sacs are completely gone. And they're still little ones, but they're about gone. You can see a little orange on their bellies. That's their egg sac. That one in front's from a different generation. But that's pretty cool. So I'm gonna let these babies keep growing out in this tank. I am gonna add a new pair. So maybe I'll do a longfin female and that super red male. The male is such nice red, I would like to breed him to another female. Super red to keep that red getting better over time. If I cross them, it's still gonna be a really cool fish. Hopefully get some longfin calicos, but that'd be a little bit of test breeding. So I'm gonna put him in there. Let me know what you think I should put in there. I might do it today because I have him in the container. I don't really want to put him back in there. See, those males are still going at it. Let's go ahead and feed that bottom tank some algae wafers. That usually will change their mind on fighting and kind of temporarily let them settle in. I had that black PVC. I'm gonna add some more PVC in there to kind of help them hide out. But I don't want these guys breeding in here, so let me throw some food in there. They're definitely beating each other up a little. So here are a little handful of my algae wafers. I buy these in bulk on Amazon. They're about 40 bucks for a 5-pound bag. Typically I'll break them up, spread around the tank. Since there's so many big ones and there's so much aggression, I'm gonna throw 4 in there and spread them out. Typically, I'd probably give them 1 or 2, and I'd break them up into halves, quarters, and spread them out the same way. But this way, they can smell the food, they can go get it. If I put just one piece of food in there, they're gonna do the same thing. They're gonna fight over it, and they're gonna keep doing that fighting. So he's chasing them a little bit still, but I guarantee once that food settles and they smell it more, it'll change their mind temporarily. They'll feed for about a half hour to an hour, and then they'll hopefully forget about each other a little. Maybe one will settle on the left side, one will find a sponge filter. They got that tube to swim around, and I'm gonna add some more PVC. But that's a good way to kind of deter them from fighting as much. Throw some food in there, maybe hit the lights off when I walk out today. That'll calm them down, and they won't really fight to the death. Especially because there's multiple males. That's just the 2 largest ones. I probably had a stud male in here, and then I added this guy who just was guarding eggs and breeding, and he's the only boy in that tank, and he's like the boss. He's real big, so he's gonna want to get in there, and he's going to be the boss right away. So they're gonna fight a little bit, but it's nothing too bad, and there's no actual territory to fight over. So once they settle down in there, they'll calm down. And there's more, like I was trying to say, is there's more than just 2 males. If I had 2 males, they might fight head to head all day long. But since I got maybe 6 or 7 big males in here, they're not all the same size, but they're still mature males that they'll kind of split it up. They may fight for a while, and the third one may come over and push them around, and they'll kind of chase the other one, they'll chase the other one, and it kind of just breaks it up. Just like African cichlids, you don't want to put 3 males in a tank with 1 female. I mean, they're going to just fight nonstop, especially like 2 males. But say you had maybe 8 males and 3 females, still not great numbers, boy to girl. But those males, those 8 of them, are going to constantly pick on each other on every different fish. They're not going to go after that one fish all day long. So it really splits that up. That's about it. I just want to kind of check in with you guys today. I've been doing a lot of videos, and I just kind of, if I find something cool, I think if I was a person on YouTube, which I am, I watch everyone's videos, I think I'd watch it. So if I see something that would catch my own interest, I'll share it with you guys. This tank over here, I got some more Plecos breeding, and it's just an albino male and a common female. So same as that last tank, but flip-flop. So they're breeding in here. I added some babies also in here from a different tank. They only had a few, but I think I'll do the same switch. I'm gonna add some long fins in here. This might be a tank where I'll put a less colorful super red male with a long fin female. I'm running low on the females of the breed. I think I only have 1 or 2 left to pick from, but I'll put them in here. I'll do a pair in the 55, let those babies grow out with them, catch and sell them when they're ready, and then same thing over here. And once they start breeding, it'll be very obvious on the size difference and the color variation to what babies came from which parents. So instead of catching all of those fry out, putting them in a tank where I don't even have a tank open for them, I'm going to just remove the parents, add new parents, and I can tell the difference from the baby size and color on where they came from. But little Pleco update, I thought this super red was looking killer. I thought it was cool that I caught the female going into the flower pot. And he is just fired up in there, and he wants to get back into a tank. He wants to breed. He probably smelled the hormones in that tank from that female ready to breed, and he was probably fighting with that male too, trying to take the cave from him. But he's still really red, and he's in a container right now. You can imagine when I caught him out of tank, I was really surprised to see him. There's that male in there that's looking good too, waiting for his female outside. This male's competing a little, and he's not as red. He might be less red because he's fighting, he's not winning, but that'd be a good one to take, put in that 55 gallon we showed last, and add a female to him, because you'll get those reds. I might get some long fins if I breed it to the right female. But that red doesn't have to be super strong because it's going to be mixed anyways. So if I'm a line breed red to red, I want to go with my nicest reds all the time. And he's still nice, but you can see the one next to him is one container of much darker red, which is what I'm going after. But I think that's long enough. I don't want to go too crazy with this. I might do like 2 or 3 videos today because I'm off work, and they're all short. They're different topics, so I don't really want to throw them all together. But I don't know. Sometimes I'll record them and I won't edit and put them up on the same day, so we'll see what happens. Thank you guys for watching. If you like these fish or you have any feedback, comment below. Go check out my website, biancosfish.com. I got an aquarium service business I'm starting up. I've been doing for a couple months now. I have a few clients for that, And then I'm selling fish online, which I've been doing for about a year now, but I finally have a website to sell them through instead of just doing YouTube and Craigslist stuff. Mainly YouTube, that's where people contact me and I'm actually shipping them. If it's local and I'm doing like a local ad, I'll just meet people. But thank you all for watching. Stay tuned for the next video.